It's so embarrassingly off, I'm not even going to show you. Bye. Well, this is interesting. That was loud. Isn't that great? Oh, hello there. We're not trying that again. Message to Andy. Please save me from myself. Alrighty, welcome to episode 18 from lovely Barcelona, where my Fairlight mountain, as I'm climbing it, only reveals more hills as I'm going along. I received a lovely package from Andre and also Peter in Australia. However, this arrival starts a lot of work and doesn't actually end things, it makes more things happen. In this lovely package of goodies, there is a brand spanking new 32 megabyte RAM card. Before we install these lovely new CMI 331 cards, I need to test and try some more of the CMI 31 cards. And the ultimate goal is to get 3 more working cards. Now, these 331 cards are great and all, but Peter told me when they were coming that they didn't have any backplates. So I'm gonna have to manufacture new backplates, which means cutting the metal, which I'm gonna take from the original MFX, as per usual, and then cutting them to size, drilling the holes, cut the circles for the XLR plugs, and paint them, and then laser them with the graphics that I made. Will this be simple? No. Will there be way more work than I expected? Absolutely. Will part of this extra work be due to me being too hasty in the first place? Yeah, more than likely. So, let's get into it. Well, hello. Okay, so today is a very strange and good and very Fairlighty day. I got 2 packages in the mail, and it's completely just random the way it happened. They're both very Fairlighty packages. This one is from Andre, who does the incredible rebuilds and restorations of Fairlights. And he sent me a little present, which is nice. We'll open that up in a little minute. I do know what it is, but it's kind of cool. And this is from Peter in Australia. He's also sent me some parts for my build. What a lovely man. All right, both lovely men. You lovely men and women. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to open them up and do this unboxing, I guess. Wow, what a word. I've never done an unboxing before, and the first boxing I have done an unboxing, I did, of the main Fairlight cage. That was one unboxing. This is the second one, but it's actually like things that were sent to me that are things, so that's good. No, I guess what? No, I did other unboxings. They've all been Fairlight unboxings, basically. I've not done any like, hey, we're gonna unbox this Wise light strip. Nope. I've not done that. The only unboxings I've ever done are Fairlight unboxings. So, you're in the right place. All right. Here. Wow. This is amazing. Okay, it is clearly got bits missing here. But what this is, God, it looks, this is from Stuart Copeland's Fairlight. I guess I don't know if it was maybe used or not used or whatever. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Andre. That is quite the bit of memorabilia. And maybe it was used, maybe it wasn't. We'll figure that out in a later date. Let's get onto this one. Okay. There's lots of great packing in here, Peter. And I know what this is. And I know what this is too. Oh my goodness. This is the 32 meg card for the Fairlight. This is going to solve my memory problem straight away. That's that done. It's done. I don't need to worry about it anymore. Yeah, scalpel. Look at this. Okay, I have to be careful because this is very, very staticky, easily do things to. Oh, wow. It is absolutely gorgeous. And covers over the thingies. What? I didn't even know that was a thing. That is absolutely just beauty. How do I get this out? The card has come off the bottom. Oh no, it needs to be put back on. This one doesn't have covers on it. Okay, looks very clean though. Very, very clean. Very nice. I've got 3 cards, which will take my card count up to the right amount, which will leave me only with 2 cards with 1 voice each, which I can still get repaired. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Thank you both, Andre and Peter. Fantastic. Here's a summary. The 331 cards arrived. So receiving these cards kind of set off a cascade of things to get done.
The way that CMI works, essentially, is that for each digital channel card that handles the digital note that's being played, there is a digital side to it, and then there's a corresponding analog side to it. It's called the 331 card, which you probably all know about by now.
You need the same corresponding 331s to the 31 cards for each one. 8 331 cards, 8 CMI 31 cards, right? But I've only had 5 cards of the, instead of 8, 5 of the output cards, and then also 5 of the voice cards.
But now I've been given 3 more, and now need to get a corresponding 3 more digital channel cards to be working.
Before I can even put in the 331 cards that are here, I have to actually make sure I've got more voice cards that actually work, and get those tested and get those working first. Then worry about the CMI 331 cards, which is weird because those are the things that are here that are known to be good and working, because Peter sent them. When Peter sent them, they didn't have any back plates on them. And so that's why I've removed one of the back plates and we're making these, a whole bunch of them. So I've got to go through that. So it's 1, get the 31 cards working, which involves buying new chips, buying a new chip tester. Actually, one of the chip testers I have to assemble. So I have to assemble the chip tester to then test the chips on the 31. What? And then once I've got that done, I put those in the Fairlight, get those tested. And once those are working, then I work on these. I need to spray them, paint them, make them all look, gotta look like this, gotta be the same. Once I got that done, then we can put them in and then get it all working hunky-dory. All right, onwards. Wrapped like this. It has the board at the back, and but it doesn't have a plate there. So what I was thinking of doing. No, if I actually unscrew this completely, I will lose those screws. Let's be careful here, Chris. There we go. Now, this is going to be the thing we copy. Really could just take this and just drill 2 holes in it. No, but I need to take this, use it as a datum.
So, of course, I'll take the metalwork from the original MFX cage.
Oh, it's absolutely everywhere. Oh, it's over here. Oh, this is a bad idea. Okay. There's going to be some major cleanup after this. Holy crap. Almost like I'm refusing to use tools. This is the face. If you're not doing that face, you're not really working. Ta-da! Metal workshops and electronic shops. 2 places that should really never meet in such close proximity. At least a wall or a foot, maybe, you know, over there and then over here. But no, right together. Okay, I've got the real one here. I've got my one. Even when I flashed it there, it's so embarrassingly off, I'm not even going to show you. Bye.
Measure 5 times, cut once.
Message to Andy. Please save me from myself. So this is what we got from Andy. We made all of these, which are, I've got more than I need, right? But just in case, you never know. And then all I need to do now is, let's take this one as an example. All I need to do is mark these parts here. Do that, put the center punch, mark, drill, and as you can see, it's just a little bit taller. So I'm just gonna file that. I'm gonna go from the bottom and then file off at the top. And they're both 1/16 of an inch. Okay, well I've been cutting them out with this circular saw, putting them there, but this isn't the best setup, I have to admit, and the holes aren't exactly quite right. So then what I'm doing is going around with my deburring tool, and I'm just basically going around until these guys fit in. And there we have it. Blink. Lovely. Ow. Silly. Okay. Not bad. So accurate. Alright, here we go. And of course, as soon as I was dealing with this warm, soft metal and I was deburring it, I pulled it around and I bent it totally. This one might not be savable. Okay, it's kind of savable, but it looks wibbly wobbly. I'm going to proceed with caution. Looks okay otherwise. Oh, look at that. Holes line up too perfectly, all of them. Now, this is a keeper. We have 4 really good ones. Look at that. Not bad. Well, this is interesting. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, we've got 2 tests here. On the bottom, I've got my trusty aluminum primer that I used the last time around, and then the other one is the painter's touch one. So I'm going to see which one responds to the spray better. Alright, suffice to say, these are really close. Good lord, look at that. That is great. Not bad. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace over the real thing with my graphics to see if it kind of lines up. I'm doing this at a very, very, very low power, so it shouldn't actually do anything. Wow, it's really not bad at all. Yeah, I'm pretty bang on. I don't know if you can see the laser that's in there doing its little thing. You can see it's just tracing over, and I'm pretty bang on. I'm kind of amazed. It's totally in the wrong place. That's interesting. So what I've done is I've put the real one beside the new one. And what's weird is that lines up with this one. What happened here? Okay, so what you can see here is, and this is why I've done it to this test one. This looks a bit small, this looks a bit small, this looks a bit small. They're all a bit small because the whole thing's small. So I need to make it bigger. Now if that bottom one lines up with the other one, nope, it needs to be bigger again. Damn it, what the heck is going on? Let's see if this is closer. Scale is still totally wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I think I got it. It looks pretty bang on. Right, so it looks like it's exactly going around the outside. Bang on. Always wear the glasses. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, I just need to move those boxes. That's fine. Okay, here's the plate. Just gonna wash off the excess. Okay, it's not bad. Actually, I think the power might be a bit too much. It's kind of going through to the metal there. Okay, I'm really happy with that. That looks great. Oh, okay. Number 2. Now, if you see this one, this is one I actually already took and I put a little satin on there. And it just looks absolutely wonderful. Look at that. Oh, so pleased with that. Bang on. Yeah, I wish I'd done the holes, but you know what? It was already painted and everything by the time I saw that on the users group with the holes on the thingy. But hey, where it goes, look at that. Lovely. This one is fully satin gloss. This is the original one. This is the one that's finished. I think I'm doing pretty good. So look at this here, and I put that right beside there. Not bad at all. Okay, so my etching, when I did the front plate, I had to do a little touch-up. That's exactly what I'm doing now. Alright then, not bad job at all. I think these look nice. Nice satin kind of look to them. You know, of course I could make improvements. Yes, I can see it. I made a few mistakes and I've changed my settings and I got different alignment on that one. I think the length of the metal must be wrong, but hey, it's going to do the job. I've got more than I need, so I can pick out the best ones. There you go. Oh, and by the way, the one on the end, that's the real one. Seeing that these things are so kind of fragile, let's at least get grooves in this. So let's just use these little handy pack here. I know it's bedtime. Trying to get something done. What's that big gouge there? Is that a crack? I'm gonna have to look at this under the scope. Ah, it becomes clear. This track was actually too close. It's been cut away because when you put the washer there, it's too close to there. So it's actually, it's effectively a modification to stop the bad things from happening when you put a washer there. Let's just see if it's right around. Is it gonna have enough space? And the answer is yes. It now just has enough space. Right, That's exactly why that was like that.
So the 331 cards passed the visual test. More on that later. Next up, let's get the 32 megabyte card installed and load up some sounds. See what happens.
Oh, look at that. Instructions. All good, September 2021. And it says SIM, white sticker towards edge connector. Oh, nice click. You're a good card. You're a very good card. Look at you, you just came out like that. Very good. I will give you a high recommendation to the Fairlight gods. Okay, this is the 8 megabyte card. I'm going to be replacing that with this 32 megabyte card. All good, September 2021. I think I'm going to leave that there though. Wow. So move this out of the way, let's connect these guys back up and let's see what we get. I know, it's not the smoothest of closures, but it'll do for now. Alrighty, let's power this on. Haha! 32 meg. Yes! Can you see that? 32 megabytes right there. What? Okay, let's wait for it to boot up and we'll see a bit better what it's like. Okay, system configuration page. Yes, waveform memory free. I don't know if you can see that there. It's not that clear. 31,736. That is fantastic. Free channels 10, which I'm going to be fixing soon. That is wonderful. 32 megs. What? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm booting up my MFX up there so that I can see if everything's actually working. I want to load in something that will use in a lot of memory. Alright, so now what we're doing is I'm loading in one called pianos.sys, which loads in a bunch of pianos. Let's look at the system configuration page and hopefully it'll be using more than 8 megs. So it's working. Okay, so now that I've got those loaded in, let's just load up some more voices. Let's get over the 9 megs barrier and the 15, 20. Let's just load it up with stuff. Let's do a Shift F5, which loads it as an instrument. Is that all that is? I thought there was a bit more to it than that. Oh. Wow. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm playing on the Fairlight. It's a lot bassier than it sounds here. Let's load in some more. Ron was thinking I was moving barrels around. Okay, let's load in bottle. So let's go Darbuka. Let's bring in that one. Let's look at system configuration. Now after all that, if you have a little look there, you can see we've used 10 megs. Fine. Let's load up more. Grand piano. So I think look, this is now using a lot more memory. Oh yes, we're now using 16 megabytes. 16! Let's add some voices here, shall we? We're still not using all the memory. This is just amazing having so much. I had 8 before. Door frame, dog, didgeridoo. No. Oh, organ Hammond. Let's do that. Bonk. That's better. No, that's very quick. Damn it. Let's go to another one then. Alright. Let's have a little look at the system configuration now. We're using 19 megabytes. Wow, wow, wow. We've got pianos. We've got our piano rocks. Very much louder. And then we've got our bottle. Our darbuka. Quite quiet. Grand piano. Great harp glisses. Fine. Organ Hammond. And hi, Carol. All right, we're up to 19. We've got to do better than this. I need to find bigger samples. Clearly, This is officially the most this machine has ever loaded. SAC solo. Let's load that into. Alright, here we go. It's going to be like 25 megs, hopefully. 23. I've got 8 left. That's fantastic. So I've loaded in 13 voices, all with different polyphony, and it doesn't really matter that, but I've used 23 of the megs here. I've got 8 left. I think, just to prove something, I need to go over that last 8 megs barrier, just to make sure. So let's just do that. Let's go and grab something else. String section. Ooh, that sounds tasty. I don't think I've ever loaded this one. We're in the last 6 megs, so let's just do one more. Violins. No, legato, that sounds nice. Bonk. Let's load that up. Oh, and it's taking its time. That's good. There we go. This sounds... I bet it's almost full. That felt like it was filling it up. 340 kilobytes left. I've got 31 megs used. 15 voices. Good lord. I don't think I've ever had that loaded in. That was loud. Oh. Working. We're using 31 megs. We've got 340 kilobytes left. I think that proves that the 32 megabyte card is working. Thank you very much, Peter. Yeah, we darling. Okay, so now I'm going to add one more card and see what it's like. I do also have to move my SCSI card along, and I probably need to move my memory card along too. Yeah, I will. Lots of changes. So I'm going to have to check things as I go along. So far, what we're going to do now is remove these cards.
The idea was to test the cards on my machine instead of Steve's machine, which would have been the logical choice. But you know what? I don't live for logic. Also, getting these cards in and out was going to be an easy breeze, wasn't it?
God, I'm so nervous. It's finding the right card to go in. So let's just try 16. If it doesn't come out, then it's a whole different story. The likelihood of it being right is lower than the likelihood of it even coming out, which is already low. So this might very well be a tipping point where I need to remove this again. Have it on the desk again. It really might. But hey, that's the way it happens. That's part of the adventure. Let's do it. Okay, I'm trying card 14. God, I'm super nervous. 14, not getting waveform from RAM. Okay, let's see how easy this is to put in. Light. That actually wasn't that bad at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the first thingy to that. Now it should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards with any luck. Okay, here we go. Channel 11 and 12 on 1 and 2. 6. It does say 6 detected. It's got 2 lights also, which is good. So let's just bring in Africa Guitar. Wow, of course it's massive. Not something simple. Thank you, Roger. I'm sure it's absolutely amazing. All right, it is a mono voice, and what we're going to do is, so we now see 12 channels, which is how many cards we've got. I'm just going to switch them all on and see if I get output from anything. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it's kind of working, but it's going between them. Right, so it's distorted. So it's doing something. This is going to be really seeing the thing if this thing comes out. If this comes out, we're in a good place to continue the work. Okay, pray for me. Yes, it came out. Oh, that is it.
So I'm going to blindly put these cards in without testing or even looking at them. Each of the cards was acting. The sound was coming out of one output, then they put there, and they were always distorted. And that's the common thing. I didn't realize that they were all working in the same way. Why? Because I was being too hasty and hastily looking, you know, same old, same old. But that was the pattern. They were all weird in the same way.
Okay, I've just noticed something really significant, which could make a massive difference here. All of these boards I'm trying were the newest boards, 2.8.3. All of the boards that are in there are 2.8.4. I now need to take out that board and see what the modification is. Now I want to see if it's a 2.8.3 board with a 2.8.4 modification, field modification. Holy moly, this is a biggie.
So basically, even though a board is marked a certain way, it doesn't mean that it hasn't been updated or partially updated or incorrectly marked. Who knows?
Okay, so I'm going to take out this one. Shit. The newer boards are thicker. Of course. I think it wants to come out. Come off its guides. Oh, you bugger. Oh no. I think I just damaged this board getting it out. Yeah, I did. I fucking did. Okay, good news. I didn't damage it taking it out. The part that looked like one of the pins that was ripped off as I was removing it is actually part of the modification. You can see it right here. That's super interesting. So now I need to cross-check and see the differences between each of these boards. If it's like a change that might be doable by your goodly self. I'm going to check on the back too. I see some interesting stuff. All right, let's try. Let's compare. All right, so the cards that are inside the Fairlight right now that work are a revision of, they are 2A.4. Don't know if you can see that. And then I'm realizing that all the cards that I'm putting in are 2A.3. And then there was some FCNs, which are basically in the field update pages, which tell you how to upgrade them, which, depending on the revision and the combination of other cards and revisions on the motherboards and things like that and software, can make a massive difference. So, I can't believe that, hi Coconut, I can't believe that all of those cards are all bad. So I realized that all of them are 2A.3. So I'm going to upgrade them. So I'm going to just look at the differences between this card and that card and inspect it heavily. So as not to damage the chip, I'm going to remove the chip entirely and then pull the leg up. Pull your leg up. All right, we finally got this IC out. My God, honestly, it's like they've put it in with solder from the 1800s. It's got to be like 450 degrees to get that crap out. That is nonsense. Oh, that was a lot of work. It's literally been an hour to get one chip out. Sometimes it's when it's like that, you go, just be broken then. Just be broken. Screw you. Okay, so now I'm going to take the leg off of this one and then pull this leg up on this one and put the wire through and do the whole thing. So it's the third leg that comes up. We'll be attaching a wire to that. This camera is in the wrong place. If you look at this one here, this one says DM7438. That's correct. Okay? And if you look at this guy here, says 7403. 74LS03. And that is old and needs to be updated. There was a field change notice from Chris Alfred in 25th of March 1990 that to change out, replace the IC E12, which is a 74LS03 with a 7438. Now, I checked on the good board. The good board has that change. I checked on most of the old boards, and most of the old boards, whoa, do not. However, there is one that doesn't have the change and it's still broken. So these field change notices would come out occasionally when they figure things out that they need to change. This needs to be removed and a new chip put in, a new 7438 chip. All right, cool. So the 7438s arrived, and now the first part of the modification process is just to replace those chips. Now, I've been told that the other modifications are just for stability, they're not for compatibility. So I've got a few boards that have taken out the old chips, and I'm going to install the new ones, and then we're going to try them in Steve's machine one at a time, see if any of them work. All right, let's get to it. Can you hear that? It's starting to make this weird noise. Hear that? So this is kind of similar to the, I'm going to be building a project that builds a chip tester to test chips to then build the Fairlight. And it's the same thing now. For me to do this, I'm going to have to take this apart and fix that, to fix the tool to allow me to fix this tool, allow me to replace the chips. Okay, I've tried these boards in my Franken Fairlight, and they don't seem to want to work. What I've done is I've modified them and added the LM438 IC, and I know they've got other mods to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 cards and try them on Steve's Fairlight. Oh, how easy that card came out. Holy crap. Okay, so first up we have card 15. Okay, it went in really easy. So, okay. That is not a good sound. No, it's not seeing the first 2. That's bad. All right, let's get out of this quickly. Whoa! Jesus! That was amazing and scary. I think it's safe to say that card does not work. That was weird. I do feel at this point it wouldn't hurt to then take a known good card, this one, and put it in mine. That's what Steve would do. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have got, we know that these are all good. So I'm going to put in the good card from Steve's machine. Come on. Wow, this card is tight. That's not good. But it will come out. Yeah. I'm going to take Steve's card and pop it in there. Loading Africa guitar as normal. Let's head over to SC. Okay, and let's go to F2, see what we've got. We've got 10 voices. Let's go to NP10. Alright, they're all filled out. Let's see what they sound like now. Let's go to F6 so we can see. Wow! That's Steve's card. Huh. That's odd. Alright. Let's figure this out. Alright, I have a good test for this. It's the cable. Or is it? No. I have to put that card back into C. Something's weird. We've got different things going on here. Weird. Alright, I'm going to switch it off. I'm going to put this ribbon on here. Let's see what that sounds like. This will be interesting. It's working fine on that cable. So there's something wrong. That's going to voice card. Something's wrong with that next voice card. Huh. Very interesting. I have to now think about this. I think what I need to do is continue what I'm doing. It doesn't want to. Nope. I know this feeling. This means it doesn't want to come out. Oh shit. Steve's card stuck in my machine. Great. Alright, I'm going to keep on trying. Away from camera. Oh, it is a while later. But I think I'm getting this card out. I found a way of nudging it up and down slowly. And I think... Nope. Ah. There we go. Ah, woof. It's jumped off its tracks, of course. Ah, bloody hell. Okay. We're not trying that again. Clearly, these are all tighter. So the simplest thing to do is to figure everything out on Steve's machine. That thing before that said, what would Steve do? He would not do this. Woof. That was a struggle. It really was. So let's just get this guy, let's put this guy back inside and do it with the first cable, because I know the first voice card is fine. All right. That one there, let's have a look. Sound, 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 sound. Oh, that's interesting. That doesn't make any sense now. That doesn't make any sense. If you look, this is the one that's actually got the output card connected to it. How is it coming through that one? There's nothing, there's no output card. Something's messed up there. It gets weirder. This should come out nice and easy. That is card 1, and it has it's got one of the mods, not all of the mods. But it's causing it to be weird. I do think I'm going to put in my original card that I know we've got to put back in because it's going to be giving me, I know what mods I'm putting into them. This one has all the mods. Up here, this one here. But it makes me feel like I need to do the same thing on that. Okay, okay. Let's see what this sounds like now. Again, it's on the last card here, and it's the first output card, so we should only get something when it goes to 9 and 10. And I know that one of the channels is broken. Interesting noise I'm getting on that. Alright, we're now back to normal. This is great. Okay, after that debacle, we're back to putting cards in Steve's machine. So let's get this one out and let's try the next one. Number 1 we knew didn't work. This next one, also as we heard, makes very strange noises. Comes out. Oh my goodness. They fall in and out. Oh wow. This is so dramatically different. They literally just slide in and out like they're supposed to. Okay, this next one, 3. Let's see what happens here. It's a good sign. Okay, card 3 is fine. Card 3, mark 3, was number 10. I remember this card. It works fine in here. The next one is card 8. And it has the new chip that I put in it, but it hasn't got all the mods. Oh, really? Life is supposed to be that easy? It really does make it handy when you can say, oh, let me just plug this card into another Fairlight to check it. Okay. Again. That card is working fine. Isn't that great? Oh, hello there. Yes. Okay, two good so far. Excellent. And the next one up would be 16, which again, I've done the chip swap out, but not the other mods. Let's do this quickly. Yes. All right. That is wonderful. All the other cards that are working are the 4 upgrade, the 2A.4. Is that the difference? Because this is a CMI 3. The MFX was actually after that. Okay, so I have a plan. Those 3 cards that work are over there. They're good, we know they work. What I want to do is, this one was in halfway modification. I'd added this chip here, and then the next part to get it to Rev 2A.4, this is Rev 2A.3, is I need to take this chip out, take one of the legs off, put it through this hole down here, and then feed that through and then wire and do all that. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put the socket back in here, I'm going to put the chip back in here, I'm going to put it back together, and then see if it works on Steve's machine upstairs. If it works upstairs, then I know that it's working. Wow, right? Then I'm going to do the modifications, put it back in his machine. If it still works, then I know that it might be that that last set of modifications were needed for this type of backplane and this type of CMI, my one down here, the Frankenstein. Right? So there we go. Get this one going, put it in the Fairlight, do the updates, put it back in, make sure it works, then put it in here and let's see if it works then. And if we do that, then we know that I need to probably modify those other cards too, because I've had all of those cards in here and they haven't worked. So I've got to figure out. This is this weird thing, and I'm still figuring everything out. There's the leg I was going to modify, but I'm going to pop it back down for now. Okay, this is now, it's updated because it's got this new chip here, but I've now put it back with sockets so that we can basically update this a little bit easier later on. All right, let's now go test this in the other Fairlight. If this voice works, then it'll allow us to do our next part of the plan. Yes, it does. Right, now we can do the modification. And if that, because I know that a card doesn't work in the other machine. So if I make this modification and do the next modification, and then try it here and it still works, then bravo. We will probably make it into a 2A.4, which should then work. All right, so that was very good. Now what I've got to do is, this one's got the new chip in here, and now I need to pull this out, put a hole through the board, pull this leg up, and then put a wire from here through underneath there to somewhere else. And then try it again. Boom! So this is where the wire goes through. So my tiny little Dremel drill won't hold the tiny little drill, so guess what I'm gonna have to do with this? Which seems insane.
Drilling into these boards might look insane, but it's actually not insane. I'm just following the instructions that were in the field service updates that were done by Fairlight engineers over the years. And I'm just following along. So, you know, it might look crazy, but it's not crazy. Kind of like this.
Beautiful. It needs to come along here somewhere. Let's go find out. Yep. Boom. Ow. That was sore. Okay, but it came out fine. No worries. All is well. And this is the one that has the mod that we need to look at. See where that wire goes. Okay, it's the third leg. Oops, it's the third leg. And it goes through and then underneath and comes along from there to the third pin of this one over here. Yep. Away from other things. Oops, there we go, golden. Copy, rinse, repeat. Okay, so I've got the 2 chips ready. This chip gets the little red wire from here going over to this guy, goes here and gets soldered down to there. Okay, it's a little bit close to that. There we go, that's good. I understand you can't see any of this. I'm testing the connection now between this new thing I put there and... Okay, it has a connection. Okay. I think that's that board done. Apart from these guys down here look like they've been replaced. So let's check to see if
These guys haven't been replaced. So let's check to see if there's any differences there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're now going to take this card and try upstairs on the other Fairlight that I so thankfully have. That's right, Hemingway. I need to clean this board though. Holy moly. Let's clean this. Okay, so this test is to test to see if this now modified. I think I've done all the modifications that take it from a version 2.8.3 to a version 2.8.4. If this works, this will be very good, because then the next thing I need to do is then test this in the other machine. Okay. Let's see what happens now. All right. Okay, this is board 6. So if this works here, then I can feel confident, more confident, that it will work in the Frankenstein machine. It still works. All right, that's great. So now the next logical step is to put it in the new machine. Here we go. Hey. We're taking the now modified card and trying it in here. Oh, why is it so difficult? Nope. Oh man, why? Why is it so difficult? That was interesting. See how that just weirdly slid in? Alright, now, I don't know what this will bring, but this is now a 2.8.4 card, hopefully. Fairlight on. Okay, they're appearing fine. Okay, this literally is the moment of truth. Let's see if it's recognizing it as a card. Yes, so far. If this works, that'll be really good. Yes! It works. Wow, that's more like it. Okay, now, shouldn't get too excited. Now I have to connect them all back up. I'm going to shut it down, and then I'm going to do it with all the cards together. So, this is fantastic. I've now figured out how I can make these 3 other cards work as proper channel cards. Ah, what? Yes! 9 and 10 work perfectly. Oh, that is great. Okay, let's shut it down. Let's do it with all the channel cards in and the voice cards working, and let's go from there. Then I know I need to modify the other ones in exactly the same way. Bam! All right. Because now I know a way forward if this works. Now we know the card works. That isn't the issue. The issue is if in this configuration with these voices and those voice cards, is there some incompatibility that's making them all work? Because this is what threw me off literally, 8 months ago, is that I had cards that I knew were working, and when I was testing them individually, it sounded fine, and then put them all together like this, didn't work. And then I had a whole bunch of other things that happened at the same time. But now it's actually, they're all giving me really nice proper thingies. Okay, so this could be very, very cool. We're gonna wait and hear 9 and 10 and see what that sounds like, okay? So that's the important ones. They're weird and distorted, why? Okay. Huh. Alright. Something is going on that's weird. I don't know what it is. 10's fine. Aha! Distorted. Fine. Okay, this is better. We knew, so... Is it the cable?
It's now getting to the stage. Oh man, this is so weird. Because I know it works on the first card, which goes to the first output card. So it's almost like there's something... Wait, was that always the case though? Yeah, I think I had something wrong with 9 and 10 anyway. That's right! There's something wrong with that output card. If I swap the output card out, then we might be in business. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to swap with the new output cards. I'm going to swap I'm going to swap that last card, which I knew had trouble, with one of the new output cards Peter sent me. Boom! That's what we're going to try. I know it. Yeah. Okay, right. Removing that card, putting that card in. Let's do it. Okay, there's a bit of a jaunty angle, but this last output card has always had issues. So I'm going to swap this out, one of the new cards that Peter sent. Let's do it. This comes around as the not broken file. These guys, they literally jump and for freedom. Okay, this is kind of the moment of truth. If I put this in and that card works, that feels like that's the roadmap to update all the cards to 2A.4. Okay, let's plug this thing in. I can't get this in. All right. Nope. Yeah, I have to move the car out. I can't see what the hell I'm doing. That's the new card in there. All right. Let's do it. All right, my heart's really jumpy right now. If this goes well, the next section is going to be me modifying these other cards that I know work in the other Fairlight. I've got a great datum, I know they work. I'll modify them in the same way that I modified this card, and if that works, I'll have a complement of 8 working voice cards, 16 voices, at least the right amount of output cards. Okay, let's go to SC. All right, F6. Now what again we're looking for is channels 9 and 10. Here we go. I don't know, it's a bit quiet, but they both work. All right, I know what I need to do now. I need to modify the other cards in the same way to give me 16 voices. I have 5 cards in here. I need to get 3 more working cards. Let's get to it. Board is now modified with the little wiring bit there, the bit in the back there, and the new chip here. So this hopefully, well, it is. I went upstairs, tested it on the other Fairlight. It works fine. This works. Fantastic. Woo! All right. I did the modifications to this card now. Did the modifications on the front, and the modifications on the back. I took it upstairs and tested it. It works. Reset. There we go. Hi, Hams. Now we should be seeing even more channel cards available. Look at that, 14 channels. Yes! One more card to go. Okay, we are getting down to it. This is card number 8. Let's install it. There you go, that's bad. 8 cards detected, which is 16 voices. So let's do this. Go to F2. What do we see? 16 channels. So we should be hearing something out of 15, 16. Just one. Huh. That's odd. All right. I mean, it was working before. Let's reseat it and try again, eh? Okay, I've loaded back in. No, only one. All right, I'm gonna change out the card. Okay, so I actually did a little bit extra, and I did another board when no one was looking, and maybe it will work. So let's pop this guy in, and let's see what we're at. Okay, and with any luck we'll hear two channels coming out of channels 15 and 16 right here. Let's hope for that. Here we go. Yes! Yes, we do! Oh, that is fantastic. Wonderful. Okay, now what we need to do, I want to do another check. I want to go through each of these cards and make sure that, and I've done this already, that everything's good, right? I want to make sure that I've got 8 cards now, and I want to make sure that each of them is putting out 2 voices, right? Right. Do you want to stick around for that? Let's come on. You're in this now, so you have to stick around. Okay. So we're going to be switching the machine on and off 8 times. That's fine. This is the part that Steve said, don't worry, you can just pull them in and out whilst it's running. Perfect. Perfect. I know Steve's looking at me, and maybe Peter too, and just going, just take the channel card and put it into the thing. I just can't. Ta-da! Perfect. This is absolutely fantastic. I've got all of the voice cards definitely all working. And now I need to add and make sure all of the 331 output cards are working. Now, I know straight away that they're not. Out of the 8 cards is going to be, I think, 3 or 2 cards that have only got 1 channel instead of 2. So let's identify that. My brain's like, what are you doing? And I'm realizing, no, I've got to do things. If anything I've learned from all of this is, I'm going to go a little bit slower than I would want. We're on the second card on the 16th voice, right? And that's the second output card. Whichever that one is, only one of the channels works. So I'm now going to remove that card. No messing around. Let's get a new card in its place. There we go. Alrighty, let's go. All right. Okay. Yes! Let's carry on. I'm talking quietly because it's 3:30 in the morning. What the heck was that? And I've got the garage door open. This is 7 and 8. Great. Working fine. My cat wants to come down and visit me. Oh, the trials and tribulations of restoring Fairlights. All right, that's great. And it is. Okay, now we're going to add the last of the cards that Peter sent. I've added that extra card. The only 2 cards remaining that are not in the machine right now are the 2 that each have 1 voice broken. So right now we've got 12 voices that should be all working. No.
Don't worry, it was just user error. I was a bit sleepy. I didn't even have the cables plugged in properly, hence the non-working. Okay, so now I have a full complement of 8 digital cards and 8 voice cards, 331 cards. Those are the analog side. Now, 2 of those cards, each of them have got 1 voice that doesn't work, but I'm hoping Peter in Australia can help me with that. So there you have it. 3 new 331 cards all installed and working. 3 new 31 CMI 31 cards all working, hunky-dory. And we get the back plates of the 331s made, drilled, cut, saw, gnaw on, bite, strangle, made the holes, painted them,
designed the graphics, lasered the graphics on. Wow, good. I think that's a good amount of work done. It's bloody freezing in here. I'm getting out as soon as I filmed this.